Hi, everyone. It's nice to be here again. Looks nice this year. I'm Mossad, Head of Design and Creative Impact at Brand Lounge, and I'm excited to introduce my two guests today. First is Hamad AlSalman, VP of Corporate Communications and Marketing at Taiba Investments, and my colleague and partner in crime, Mr. Ibrahim Lahoud, Head of Strategy and Insights at Brand Lounge. Welcome, gentlemen. All right. So we have an exciting conversation to get through today. And I'm excited to talk about how we've been partnering with Taiba Investments over the last year to work on the concept of consolidation. I think the idea of consolidation or bringing in two entities or two brands has become something that we've been seeing a lot of in the region for obvious reasons, obviously. But it's having a major impact on industries like real estate and hospitality. So it's definitely something that we've been looking into and has been extremely exciting for us to work together on. So we're very excited to be talking to you today about how that's come together. So I'm going to start my first question with you, Hamad. First of all, welcome and thank you so much for being on the panel with us today. Share with us, if you can, what really brought about this idea of the merger and acquisitions between Taiba Investments and Dur Hospitality. Why did it happen? How do you anticipate it having an effect on the industry? And what's the road forward, basically?
Well, thank you so much, Mo. Good morning, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Actually, as you know, Taiba Investments was a leading real estate developer in Medina Munawwara with a portfolio of hotels and commercial centers and adjacent investments. While Dur Hospitality was a leading hospitality company in Saudi Arabia with a vast portfolio of hotels and residential properties all around the kingdom. By uniting the two companies together, now Taiba Investments is a leading hospitality and real estate company in Saudi Arabia. We have around 40 properties around the kingdom. We have more than 7,700 keys, and we are developing, investing, operating 5-star hotels, 4 stars, hotels, apartments, residentials, commercials. So definitely, we are not just combining two companies together.
Yeah.
We are building a new champion in the hospitality and real estate. So if we talk about the merger, definitely the main factor is to capitalize on the Vision 2030. Definitely, we are now witnessing a booming sector. This year only we have 73% increase. Our national goal announced was to attract 100 million tourists by 2030. Nowadays we have our goal is to attract 150 million tourists by 2030. So definitely it is built around this. The second is to expand our market presence. Now we have presence in 6 cities. Alhamdulillah, we have presence in Mecca and Medina, and also Riyadh, Jeddah, Tabuk, and Jubail. Also to enrich our portfolio. So our services now is to service the luxury business and also the tourism sector. So definitely we are not building unified forces or teams. We are building a legacy in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Fascinating. Thank you so much. That's really exciting, and the numbers seem extremely large. So I think there's enough validation there.
Definitely.
Brahim, I think I'd love for you to tell us a little bit more about your partnership from a Brand Lounge perspective with Taiba Investments. Tell us a little bit more about this partnership and how you've been developing the brand strategy for this M&A, essentially.
Thank you, Mo. Good morning, everyone. I think the word partnership works amazingly well in this particular case. Roughly 2 years ago, we partnered with Dur on working on their Makarim brand, which is the hospitality brand in Mecca and Medina. And that went so well, amazingly. And in the background, the merger was happening between Taiba Investment and Dur Hospitality. So we were invited to work on the repositioning of the new entity. For us, the outcome was very natural. You need to consolidate today. You need to move forward. Actually, one of the big headlines we were hiding within the strategy of the new entity was moving at the speed of change. And God knows change is going crazy. We were reading all over the internet that there's a need for around 300,000 keys in Saudi Arabia, out of which 220 only in Mecca and Medina. The demand is incredible, and we need to cope with it. So we believe that creating this kind of merger is definitely the way forward. Now, the way we work on it is through our definitely tested and proven system. We always have our own 4 dimensions of differentiation. That's what we call them. So we work around purpose, innovation, culture, and image. Now, in this particular case, we were bringing 2 purposes, 2 positions. We were bringing 2 ways of work, 2 different portfolios. We were definitely bringing 2 different cultures together, and that was the most particular aspect of the entire merger. And definitely, we were looking at 2 different manifestations externally, both visually and verbally. So the entire purpose of the exercise is definitely about consolidation. But in that case, consolidation is an easy word, but definitely not an easy task. So for us is how do we bring both brand purposes? How do we bring both portfolios under one flag? How do we consolidate a powerful, strong brand architecture that can cater for the previous both entities, but also create new entities that can really answer the purpose of the new merger. And that was the gist of the entire exercise, which is still, by the way, ongoing. We still have a very beautiful long way to go with Hamad and the team.
Thank you, Brahim. Yeah, I mean, I can attest to it from a strategic perspective. It's hard. From a creative perspective, it's even 10 times harder. But I won't divulge much. Hamad, I think aside from strategy, I think something very interesting that we always talk about is bringing 2 entities together, but also bringing 2 types of people together. So you were obviously part of leadership at Dur. Today, you're part of the leadership at Taiba Investments. How has that, on a personal level, changed for you? But also, how have you seen that merger bring people together as well?
Thank you, Mo, for this important question. It really gets to the core of what we are building in Taiba nowadays. Definitely, merging 2 entities is not just about merging brands. It's about blending 2 cultures together,
Yeah.
where Taiba and Dur have really legacy around 40 to 50 years. So it was a challenge, but definitely it is an incredible opportunity to create even stronger company. We knew it wasn't just about only the brand, the touch points and design. We worked very hard. So we have our approach started with the first thing is to respect the past.
Yeah.
So we really acknowledge the contribution of our leaders, our previous board, our team, and we have an open communication. We have organized many town halls, meetings, one-to-one discussions. We encourage feedback. And the third thing is to have a shared vision towards the future. This is where Ibrahim, Mo, and the incredible team in Brand Lounge, we are working together to define our vision to be around the speed of change, were mentioned by you, Ibrahim, and to have an alignment with the Vision 2030 as well. The fourth important point is about the cultural integration.
Yeah.
It is actually, we did not want to erase any company's culture. We wanted to create a unique culture that respects both values or both contribution and builds on that. So we need to acknowledge to promote the sense of inclusivity and also respect and acknowledge our team contributions before.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I mean, 2 very different cultures coming together like that, I think, takes a lot. Brahim, do you have anything to add, maybe from a brand perspective, on how that works, employer
Yeah.
branding, how that comes together?
So, usually always in our lingo, we always say culture happens. The moment you have more than one person in a room, culture already happened. Now, Imagine when you have over what? How many people are you?
1,600.
Now imagine when you have 1,600 people. So that's the first fault on it. You need to control it. But I think from the brand perspective, the most important aspect of culture in this case is that we are primarily a hospitality outfit. And culture and hospitality are extremely important when they need to work together. Our touch points are so numerous. You're a hotel, uh, even if you're into residential, any kind of real estate slash hospitality is so paramount when it comes to culture. Because although culture is internal, it's always bound to bleed externally. What we see on the outside is the result of how we actually build and manage our internal culture. So in this case, I think that's an extremely important exercise, albeit a tough one, because to your points, we're bringing two cultures together in the merger. But then again, nothing is impossible, right?
And actually, the program is just started. So the implementation of the culture is really the key of this project. So it is going to start, inshallah, very soon and for the upcoming years. Now, imagine our portfolio of brands. We have our own brand, which is Taiba. We have Makarim, Noor by Makarim, and we also have international brands that we are operating, like Marriott, Crown Plaza,
Exactly.
Hilton, and so on and so forth. So really, it is the most important part of this project is the culture.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I couldn't agree more. And I think we've had these discussions previously about how your people are your ambassadors at the end of the day. And I
Definitely.
think, before your brand goes out to the world, everybody on the inside needs to know exactly what to say and how to behave and how to act and really be aligned on what the vision is. So we certainly see that as probably the most important part, certainly. Um, Aside from that, obviously, Ibrahim mentioned our four dimensions and how we look at image as well. I won't touch on that too much because there's a lot happening behind the scenes that I cannot share, but I can share that, even merging two identities together and really creating something that works for both cultures and for both strategies and bringing that all together in kind of like that one final experience is definitely something, that takes a lot of effort as well. But more importantly, I think, we talked a lot about brand, but we haven't really touched on business. And this is more for you, Brahim. I think we always say that brand strategy comes before business strategy or informs business strategy in a way. Maybe you can tell us a little
Yeah.
bit more about that, how you've dealt with the business strategy around Taiba Investments as well, and how does that work together with the brand?
Yeah, well, that's a topic where we always get clients' eyes wide open when we tell them brand strategy first, business strategy second. And no, we do our business strategy, then we do our logo. Anyway, so technically, the business strategy per se started the day the merger was sealed. This was the first chapter of the business strategy. We need to merge. Now, once the merger has been sealed, we need to create the new brand that defines how that merger is going to operate on the ground. Once the brand is defined, the new positioning is defined, the new business model is defined, this is where the business strategy starts being developed to really cater for how we need to project the brand. Bottom line is that on the outside, people don't see your business, they see your brand. And that's why the business plays a very important role in plugging in to that brand. And we always say, the famous line, you don't own your brand, your market does. So that chemistry of bringing the business strategy within the brand and create that perfect symbiotic relationship is very essential. And actually, that's what's currently happening. We developed the brand strategy. Now, we took a nice short sabbatical. The guys are working on their business strategy to finalize it, and then we'll bring everything together to the light. And I think that's the perfect combination and perfect way of doing things, and that's why we always talk about that beautiful partnership we have with the guys.
Yeah. Would you like to add anything to that, or?
Really, definitely. Actually, we really think that the business strategy should be around the brand strategy. Our stats now is to work on the business strategy. on what we have developed on the brand strategy. So we are really grateful of what we have currently developed, and hoping we will announce our new strategy, inshallah, soon.
Inshallah. Sounds great. Well, I mean, this has been very exciting. And I wish we had a little bit more than 20 minutes to talk a little bit more. But maybe I want to end it on a quick last question on maybe how you see it, Hamad, from your point of view, in terms of Taiba really leading the way in innovation for the hospitality sector. And maybe, again, just to kind of reiterate how you see that aligning with Vision 2030 and where that's taking the brand.
Um, Taiba's strategy now is designed around the objectives of elevating the hospitality, which is aligns with the Vision 2030, definitely. But our guest-centric approach is everything, is we focus our operations towards the guest in order for us to exceed the expectation, to elevate the services, to elevate the hospitality sector in Saudi. We invest in the cutting-edge technologies. Recently, we've announced our partnership with Sitecore. We will adopt the Sitecore as our digital experience platform and the digital asset management. We have also a partnership with the digital hotelier, which is the unified services in-room services. We have many actually in our pipeline projects to open. And the next year, we will have 5 projects to be opened in Saudi Arabia. The first project will be Rixos Jeddah, inshallah, for at the beginning of next year. And this is an aside. So we are not just only building hotels, we are really investing in the future of Saudi talents. We are creating more jobs. We are even nurturing the talents by having training and development programs for our employees. We have plans to develop our own academy, to have international programs in order for us to have national talents and workforce working in our hotels and for the future of hospitality. And finally, we are really committed towards the sustainability. We are working currently with the team on the ESG strategy that will outline our commitment to the environment, to the social, and we have really great plans for the ESG program. Will be announced inshallah soon. So by that, we are not just building hotels. We are building a pride, a Saudi pride in the hospitality and real estate sector, inshallah, for Saudi.
Amazing, amazing. That's, I mean, I for one am very excited, and I think there's a long way to go, but I definitely see Taiba Investments becoming the leader in the hospitality sector, inshallah. Well, thank you so much. We're a little bit early on time, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. But of course, find us after this for a quick Q&A if you'd like. I'd also do a quick shameless plug and urge you guys to download our M&A white paper at Brand Lounge. It talks a little bit more about that missing element that we talked about, which is culture, which I believe honestly is really one of the main factors here driving successful mergers and acquisitions. Hamad, thank you so much. Rahim, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And best of luck. Thank you, everybody.